he appear to people after his resurrection? If these two statements are true, then we can prove that Christ really lived.
Main questions? Well, first off, historians agree that there's plenty of evidence that Jesus was crucified, and Dr. Metherell demonstrated in an earlier chapter that Jesus couldn't possibly have survived the torture and pain that he felt during the execution.
So did Jesus really appear later? What evidence is there that people saw him?
Well, for evidence, all critical scholars question that Paul wrote 1 Corinthians, and we have him affirming in two places that he personally encountered the resurrected Christ.
In 1 Corinthians 15, Jesus appears to 500 people, and it's not mentioned anywhere else. How is this possible?
Yeah. In regards to this creed, in this question, there are three main arguments. First of all, it's actually one of the earliest and best authentic passages of all. Second of all, there are most of the people that were appeared to with Jesus and Paul. Paul knew them very well, and he could also tell other people that they could go to those people and confirm them. And third, even though it's only one source, that doesn't mean it's a bad source. You can't downgrade the source just because there's only one source. And I think that's the main reason why critics argue against this creed. You see many contradictions in the Gospels. For instance, one saying that Jesus appeared to Peter first, while the other saying that Jesus appeared to Mary Magdalene. These don't contradict each other, however, because if you look back to the time of the Gospel, women were not considered very major players in the Gospel. So even saying that Peter was appeared to first by Jesus doesn't contradict anything. It doesn't take away the creed's credibility.
So, in the Gospel of Mark, there are no appearances of Jesus. Matthew has a few, Luke has more, and John has the most. Doesn't this show that Jesus was just a legend that slowly developed over time?
For multiple reasons, no. First of all, scholars believe that Mark came first, right? Even if this argument is true, then it only proves that legends grow over time. It does not change the fact that there are multiple eyewitnesses. And finally, the main problem is that 1 Corinthians 15 came before any of these Gospels and makes huge claims about the appearances of Jesus.
Perfect. So, why am I supposed to believe this?
So in regards to the resurrection, and throughout the Gospels, Jesus appeared to many different people, such as Mary Magdalene or Eumaeus and Cleopas. So they were confirmed in the Gospels. And the Acts of the Apostles talks a lot about this resurrection and the early appearances of Jesus. The resurrection was the main proclamation of the early church, because people were convinced that they saw Jesus. They didn't just believe in the teachings. No, they were convinced that they saw Jesus. And I think that's the main reason why their lives and the church were changed.
Oh.
This video was sponsored by Tea House and Tapioca House. Get your drinks now. People ask about these two drinks. Which is better? Who knows? We'll find out next on Theology.
We survived the torture of the execution.
No. He wears a blue uniform. Dude, they're making a video. You wanna do this?